is student loans explained the way somebody should have explained them before you ever touched that pen. By the end, you'll know exactly how a balance grows while you're paying it, and the payment rule your servicer follows that almost nobody has ever heard of. Here's the first thing nobody said out loud. Your loan didn't start at graduation. It started the day the money moved. Federal student loans come in two flavors, and the difference is worth thousands. Subsidized. The government pays your interest while you're in school. The clock waits for you. Unsubsidized. The clock starts the day the funds hit your school's account. Freshman year, week 1. Picture a taxi meter. You're not going anywhere. The cab is parked. 4 years, parked. The meter runs anyway. Let's make it real. $10,000 unsubsidized at 6%, the middle of what federal loans have charged in recent years. That meter ticks $1.64 a day while you sit in the lecture, while you sleep in the dorm, winter break, spring break, summer job. Tick, tick, tick. You weren't earning yet. You weren't paying yet. The meter didn't care. 4 years of school plus the 6-month grace period they hand you like a gift. That's 4.5 years of ticking. $2,700 of interest before your first bill ever existed. And you told yourself what every student tells themselves: I'll deal with it after graduation. The system was counting on that exact sentence, because the moment repayment begins, that $2,700 doesn't sit there waiting for you. It gets a promotion. Move number 2 has the most boring name in finance: capitalization. Ignore the name, watch what it does. The day your grace period ends, all that unpaid interest, the $2,700, folds into your principal. It stops being interest. It becomes the thing that generates interest. Your $10,000 loan is now a $12,700 loan. You never missed a payment. You never swiped a card. You sat in class, and your debt grew 27%. And the meter reprices. $164 a day becomes $2.09 a day. Interest on interest every single morning for the life of the loan. So, run the standard 10-year plan on that new balance. $12,700 at 6%, $141 a month, 120 months. Total handed back, $16,919. The $10,000 they gave you freshman year costs almost $17,000 by the time it leaves your life. And that's the good ending. That's doing everything right. Scale it up to the typical borrower. $30,000 at 6%, $333 a month for 10 years. Total repaid, $39,967. Nearly $10,000 of interest on the standard plan with 0 mistakes. And that's the federal version, the one with breaks. Private student loans explained in one line. Same machine, fewer breaks. The rate rides on a teenager's credit score. A cosigner carries the risk, and the federal safety nets don't exist over there. But hold on. None of this explains the thing from the top of this video. Paying every month and watching the number climb anyway. That's move number 3, and it's the one that breaks people. Every payment you send obeys a rule you were never told. Call it the waterfall. Your money lands on fees first, then interest. Principal, the loan itself, gets whatever survives the fall. Do the math on a typical balance. $30,000 at 6% grows $150 of new interest every month. $750, the waterfall drinks all of it. Principal, untouched. ran in place and paid for the privilege. Now, plenty of repayment plans set your bill by your income, not your balance. Mercy on paper. Say the formula lands on $80 a month. 80 comes in, 150 of new interest lands, and depending on the plan's fine print, that missing 70 doesn't vanish. It stacks onto what you owe. Run 1 year like that. You paid $960. Your balance grew by $840. Now, both of those are true at the same time. That's how the six-figure balances all over your feed were built. Years of faithful payments, feeding a waterfall that never reached the bottom. The plan names keep changing. Washington redraws them every few years. The machine underneath never changes. So here's the part that flips the whole thing. Ask the question backwards. Who hands $30,000 to an 18-year-old with no job, no credit history, and no collateral? No bank on earth takes that bet, unless the bet can't lose. A student loan is one of the only debts in America that bankruptcy almost never erases. There's no car to repossess, no house to foreclose, and they never needed one because the loan was never secured by your degree. It's secured by the next 30 years of your paychecks. You weren't the customer in that room. You were the collateral. And the moment you see that, you can see the machine's one weakness. Every dollar that clears the waterfall lands on principal, and principal is the only thing the meter can change on. Shrink it, the meter slows. Kill it, the meter dies. Before the counterattack. Tell me in the comments, how old were you when you signed? And what's the one thing you wish somebody had explained first? Somebody's kid is on YouTube scrolling for this right now with a pen in their right hand, right now. Your comment might be the explanation nobody gave you. Now let's fight back. 4 moves. 1. Find your meter. Log into your servicer today and write down 2 numbers for every loan. The interest rate and the unpaid interest sitting on it. You can't find a number you've never seen. 2. If you're still in school or you love someone who is, pay the interest while it's small. $1.64 a day. Debt on arrival. It never capitalizes. It never gets promoted. It never earns interest of its own. 3. Any extra dollar you send, flag it. Apply it to principal in writing. Otherwise, some servicers slide it towards next month's bill instead. And the meter never feels it. 4. Highest rate first. Line up every loan you have. Find the ugliest meter and aim every spare dollar at that one until it's gone. Now look at the whole machine with the hood open. The meter, running from the day the money moved, years before your first bill. The promotion, unpaid interest, folding into principal so the meter charges more. The waterfall, your payment feeding fees and interest before a cent touches the loan. 3 moves, all of them legal, all of them printed in the contract, and none of them explained to a teenager holding a pen. The contract was never evil. It's a machine. It counted on you never opening the hood. Now you're looking at the engine right now. If someone you love is 18 and holding that pen, send them this video before they sign. 9 minutes today beats a decade of mystery, interest. You signed as a kid in a room where nobody explained anything. That was never your fault. Staying in the dark now? That part's a choice. More primers are coming. Like and subscribe so the next one finds you. Because next time, we take the exact force that grew the loan against you, compounding, and point it the other way. The same math that turned $10,000 into $17,000 against you is the most powerful wealth building force ordinary people can touch. You spent 3 videos watching it work for them. Next time, it starts working for you. I'll see you there.